Hi everybody, thanks for joining Create with Dee. Today I thought I'd share with you my journey with Stampin Blendabilities. These are Stampin' Up's alcohol-based markers and the wonderful Stampin' Up colors, and I thought I'd just share with you how I'm getting along with them, and we'd make this cute little holiday card. At the time of the video, it's a little Christmas in July with Stampin' Up. Everyone's able to get Beauty of the Season. And let's color this little cardinal together. All right, so like I said, I kind of like having the base of the light first, just because, you know, I always feel like I can go darker if I need to. So, and you know, can you see how this is just nice and smooth? And again, I'm just coloring, not really super excited or exciting right now. Okay, so here's where the fun comes in. I'm gonna leave the caps off for now just so that I can reach it fast. Okay, so now I'm gonna come in with my, you know, and again, you can look on the side here. Here's medium. All right, so now I'm going to decide where I want my darker undertones. And I think, you know, I'm going to do it on his belly. You know, that's where we're going to get just, you know, a little more shadow. And I'm going to come in and blend, but right now I'm just kind of getting my, like, where do I want the shadows to be? And maybe on the underside of his tail. All right, get that one. And maybe even, again, to show the darkest, I'm going to do a really dark right in here. Already cute. We haven't even blended anything. Okay, so now I'm going to turn him now. I picked up the medium one, and I'm going to blend in a, like for me, I'm doing like a circular motion. Some people like to pull down. I think it depends on the project. And now I'm going to pick up my light and really, really blend in where the medium came into the light. So again, this is the lightest, and I'm blending or kind of pulling that color inward. And because it's got feathers, if I wanted to, I could almost even see how the stamped image kind of flows that way. Maybe even blend in towards the feathers and the lines that the artist had helped us with. Do a little more blending maybe up here. And with Blendabilities, we want to use the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Not StazOn, everybody, or not the classic. It needs whatever chemical that this is versus the other ones. You need this with the alcohol markers, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so then you can take a look at your image. If you like that, great. If you still want to, you know, work with the colors a little bit, just keep fussing with it. But I like that pretty much right there. Okay, now it's time to put the caps back on when we're done. It is alcohol. They will dry up, and hear that nice snap? You want to make sure that you hear that snap. So again, I'll try not to talk this time. Nice a snap. And again, that's the noise that we're wanting. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to do a little bit of brown on our tree branch. And on this one, I'm going to take the bronze. And maybe let's go ahead and use the smaller end, just because we got a little finer tip. And again, I'm going to just add my color to my branch. Okay, you get the idea. All right. So I'll continue doing that off camera a little bit for the finished product. I also wanted to show you this lifter pen. What the lifter does is removes color so that you can get a highlight somewhere. So let's see. Let's say that I wanted to add you know, it's sunny out, it's a sunny, snowy day, and the sun's really shining on here. Again, this is going to lift the color off of where you want it. So maybe I want a little highlight, you know, right along our cardinal's back. Can you see how that's like actually lifting off the color? It's not going to erase it, but it's going to lift it. I suppose if you kept going over it, it might. This is where, to me, the lifter, you know, definitely, no matter what else that you get with color-wise, get the lifter. It's really going to help give you that extra dimension. Isn't it amazing? Just that little bit would, you know, make that big of a difference. And maybe let's just lift, for sample purposes, a little bit off of the tail here too. And then the longer that lifter sits, it seems like the lighter that it gets. Alrighty, so there's, I guess there's the cardinal. I'm going to go ahead and, you know, finish coloring and show you my finished product. Alrighty, so I have my little cardinal image all ready to go. Hopefully that's not too close to the camera that you can see it. I took the lifter pin and I actually went around the cardinal's face a little bit. Can you see how that's just a little bit lighter? And I found that I as the lifter dried, that this was a little too white. So I just came back in and blended it and then re-lifted. That's the beauty of it. I think I had the old olive color out, and what I meant to do was grab the Daffodil Delight. And that's what I use for his beak and his legs. I've got it, you know, ran through with the banner dies. And so that's going to be a cute little element on our card. Okay, so let's, so that's Blendabilities, and I guess I've got a little twofer for us here today. And that is we're going to keep going with our card. And I'm going my camera just died, just in case this didn't go. This is from the Dots and Stripes masking set. Oh my gosh, it's $2.95, guys. You know, when you need this and you need the other one as well. Okay, my little spiel on that one because I love it. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side and use this mask to create a really interesting background. For the masking, I like to use a paper towel underneath. I just find that, you know, it can get a little messy all over the work surfaces here. So I'm going to just put some paper towel down. Okay, now I'm using the dot, and I can see where I want to go. And I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler Classic ink. And for the mask, I like using the sponges. This is, I take a sponge and quarter it, and then I kind of color coordinate the little tab. So I know this is a pink or red tone that I want to use. And I'm just going to grab some color on my sponge and hold down part of the mask and start adding the color to it. Start adding the ink. And you can, you know, make circles. You can, you know, however you want to do it. I find I just like to tap. Have you ever stenciled before? You know, like a lot of times they recommend that you pounce. That way you don't inadvertently get color. Just keep adding color. So, again, and you can just, like, if you want something a little darker, just, you know, keep coming back over it. I'm just kind of going to pick and choose which of my circles that I want to do for that little extra. Cute! Oh my gosh. Now, it really didn't take any time, and how cute is it to get that? I will give you a little tip on this. We've got ink all over the surface, so if you're going to be working with other, you know, basically clean it right away. I just take mine to the sink and run water over it and then let it dry, or dry it with a paper towel. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. We'll set that off to the side. And so now, you know, I've got a really cute little card base that's developing here. Well, I've got my sponge and my Cherry Cobbler ink out. I'm going to go ahead and give this a little accent. Just kind of pop that and blend in the colors. And the same thing with the outside of our layering piece. All right, everybody, let's bring this card home. Let's put it all together. I've got a layering piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. This is cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/4. This is going to go on the front of our card base. Isn't it amazing what just a little bit of matting does? It's just amazing. And we'll take our dot mask that we had. Again, just put a little bead of Tombow multi-purpose glue. Doesn't need much. And we're going to layer that on there. Next, I just love these masks. It's such a neat way of getting the exact color that you want to match. Now for our cardinal, I do want to pop him up. I stamped the ink on, like we did our coloring on Whisper White. You will get some bleed through, that's fine. You know, don't worry about any of that. And you do want to make sure that you have some grid paper or a work surface on it. It will bleed through a little bit. And let's pop up our cardinal. He really took no time at all to color using the Blendabilities. And again, that's the stamp set. So cute. I like the sentiments on it. It talks about, while it's definitely holiday, it's not overly holiday. It's more of a winter type of sentiments that are on it. One reads, "Nature gives to every time and season some beauties of its own" by Charles Dickens. And it also reads, "May the beauty of the season bring you joy and memories throughout the year." Okay, got them all off there. And let's see here. Oh, I think I'll just do it, have him go straight on. Just a little lift off of the page. And I've taken some sequins off of our gold sequence ribbon thread. You just, kind of pull them off. And I'm going to use, again, a little Tombow to pick and choose where to put those on. And I'll show you the finished product, how that looks. But I'm going to take the gold dazzling details and I'm going to come in with and put them on top of all of these little berries that we colored. Again, just to add a little more sparkle to it. It can dress up the card, even with all those fun polka dots on it. We can dress it up. And it's going to give, the gold is going to give a little bit of sheen, but as it dries, that cherry, the cherry cobbler blendability marker will come through on it. Alrighty, and here's our card. So a cute little winter scene that we used and kind of practiced with our Blendabilities. And then I used, baked brown sugar to stamp the sentiment on the inside and carry our little image over. So I hope you enjoyed a few tips on how to use the Blendability markers and also a little added bonus of using the mask. Happy crafting, everybody. Bye-bye.